And that's one thing I do not like, is a fake person. If you ever have a roommate, make sure that you have your own stuff. I'm talking, I waited a few seconds before I rolled the window up. I promise y'all I did. It should not take you that long to stick your head back in the car after you order. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, I'm Nicole, aka Cha Cha, and y'all tune into a brand new video today.
Yeah, ayy, yeah, ayy. Shawty got a bad boy fetish. Shawty come over and get it. Shawty had to leave real early. Yeah, she thinks she curvy. Waving goodbye if she called back. I wrote her name down in all caps. Blow her a kiss. She got a body, she all that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Make it pop, make it pop. Make that pistol pop, pop. Got my hand up. Got a question. Miss, can I stay back for detention?
So today's video is gonna be a video about my previous roommate that I had. So about almost a week ago, the roommate that I had moved out. If y'all don't know, I'm a freshman in college and I stay in the dorms. Even though I'm from this town, I stay in the dorms because I want the college experience. But I want to tell this story because I just feel like this is a weird story. Like how everything just went down and like the situations, like it's just so weird to me in a way. So I'm finna share it with y'all because I never thought in a million years that something like this would happen to me, or like I would go through this experience. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Grab your popcorn, grab your drink, because we're finna get into this video. Alright, so to start this story off, we're gonna throw it back all the way to June, I think. So when you register for like your dorms and stuff like that, they don't automatically just put you with a roommate. So how it works is when you go on the website, you choose the dorm that you want to stay in, and then there's like a whole bunch of different room numbers on there, and what you do is you put your name in a room number, and then that's secure your spot for that room number. It has like room A. So I'm just gonna throw a random number. So like let's say it's room 226. It's gonna be 226A, 226B on that website, and you just choose a letter. It don't matter. So all you do is just put your name in there, and then whoever else wants to stay in there, whether they know you or not, then they can just put their name on there. So when I was picking my room, there was already a bunch of them filling up. I kind of wanted a room on the 2nd or 3rd level, but by the time I looked on there, they was all filled up. So I was just looking for a room by myself that I can put my name, and then somebody else would have to add their name, because I didn't want to add my name to somebody that had already had a room. As the summer went on, my mom kept asking me, she was like, have you emailed your roommate? Have you emailed your roommate? And I'm like, no, I haven't emailed her. Why? I don't know. It was just one point I didn't feel like doing it, so I didn't do it. So my mom was like, you need to email your roommate, you need to get to know her, blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna look it up real quick. So I emailed her, and let me find it. One day when I wasn't busy, I was at the table and I was like, so I emailed her, and it said, I was like, hello, I'm Nicole, I'll be your roommate. I'm excited to move and start the college life. I'm from Clarksville, so I'm very familiar with the area. If you don't mind, I would like to learn a little bit more about you. Best wishes, Nicole, whatever. So I need to remind y'all at this point, y'all, if a message is not coming directly to my phone, me checking it, I'm not gonna check it. So my emails did not come straight. My college email did not come straight to my phone. So she ended up emailing me back the same day, like 10 minutes later. To be honest with y'all, it's the summertime. We haven't started college. Why are you looking at your email that fast? I take that back. Sometimes you can just be scrolling, you just randomly see somebody emailed you. So she emailed me back that same day, 10 minutes later, and she was like, when I read this email, I was real confused because I couldn't understand what it said. You know, hello, Cha Cha, I found that out. I have texted you many times of Instagram to get in touch with out. I don't think she read that email before she sent it. You know, that email didn't make sense to me. Like, she said, I ended up finding out later that she texted me, she'd been had my Instagram, but in that email, what she typed didn't make sense. But I didn't understand what she was saying, because I don't think she read that before she sent it. Like, I couldn't read it, so I just tried to put 2 and 2 together, but that obviously wasn't 2 and 2 I put together. So then, you know, she told me about herself, whatever, and then she ended up emailing me like the next day after that, saying like, I'm reaching out once again for some type of response from you. Can you please respond? She literally emailed me a whole 24 hours after that. She could at least gave me a couple days. Like I said, I was not checking this email because first of all, like, classes ain't starting nothing. I really don't have a reason to check this email. It really wasn't no real emails coming through checking it. So I emailed her back. I'm like, my bad. I said, I'm sorry for the late response. I've been very busy lately, which I was. I just wasn't checking the email. That's what that was. So then she didn't email me back after that, after I sent that. But she ended up emailing me. She ended up emailing me like 2 or 3 weeks after that, and she had gave me her number, and I'm like, yeah, that's much better because you're not gonna catch me on this email. Like, no response at all. So yeah, so now I'm gonna throw us to August. After she emailed me, asked me about the move-in date and stuff like that, she gave me her number, and I told her that's honestly gonna work better because that email, I'm just not checking it. So, you know what I'm saying, we texting back and forth. She asking like what stuff will we want for the room. Me personally, y'all, I don't care. I'm a chill person. I am gonna have my TV and Xbox. I will have that. But she was asking me if like if I wanted like a coat rack and all that, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, and she was asking me what kind of decorations I wanted. I'm like, to be honest with y'all, I don't even care. If y'all see my side, it's plain over here, cause that's just how I am. I don't do too much. But so she was just asking all that. Another part of this video, if you ever have a roommate, make sure that you have your own stuff. I'm talking refrigerator, food, microwave, anything personal that you gonna need or whatever. Make sure that you got that on your own terms. Do not share with somebody that you do not know. But you know what I'm saying, we was texting, and like she was truly genuine over text. Like, I'm not saying she's not a genuine person, but she was genuine over text. Like, we got along. I'm like, oh, I'm finna get along with this girl. Like, fine, I get along with everybody. If I don't get along with you, it's honestly your problem, because I just don't get along. There's just not a lot of people I just don't get along with. But you know what I'm saying, we texted, and then I moved in before the day of moving in. I moved in before her. I moved in at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and she moved in at like 1. So by the time she had got here, I was gone out doing stuff. I think I went to go clean my car, go get some stuff from the house and some other stuff. But she got here, and when I got here, her parents were helping her move in. And to be honest with y'all, I was just sitting on this bed, really just sitting here looking, just watching them move in. I ain't had nothing but else to do. Like, I couldn't watch no TV because they was going to be in the way. But, and plus, that's rude. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to make conversation and stuff. I was just sitting over here just minding my business for real, just watching. But after her parents left on campus, we were just walking and talking. You know what I'm saying? We had like a nice little time. Then let's fast forward a couple of days. She ended up meeting 2 people on campus, 2 girls on campus, and she brought them in the room, and we were just all in here talking. You know what I'm saying? And they were from the surrounding areas. So we were just all in here talking, enjoying each other and stuff like that, and went back to their room. Then next, you know, she ended up becoming friends with them, and that's who she would hang out with. You know what I'm saying? Those were her friends, so I was just staying in the dorm. Like, in the beginning of the school year, y'all, all I did was go to class, come back to my dorm, and go to my parents' house and go to work and do my other job. Like, I ain't really talk, and I'm not the type of person to just walk up to people and just be like, oh, y'all want to be friends? Like, no, that ain't me. I don't do that. I mean, that's just on my nature. I stay to myself, if you want me to be honest with you. I'm not really fond of new people. Now, if you come up and talk to me, I'll talk to you. But me going to you talking? Nope. Never happened. So she ended up becoming friends with them, whatever. She would just strictly hang out with them. I knew nothing that went on with them. There's this one particular night in September, we had went to just stroll off, and we had all drove over there. I drove, we was all in the car, whatever. When we got back in the car, I don't know what happened. Some words were exchanged, some things were said. So when we got back to the dorm, we were supposed to go to this after party. She ended up not wanting to go no more, and the other 2 girls still went, but they was blowing her phone up, like, where are you at? Are you still taking us? Are we still going? And she was ignoring their phone call. After that, she stopped talking to them. I never knew the real reason why she stopped talking to them. That was none of my business. Those were her friends. That situation was between her and them. That had nothing to do with me. Alright, so after that whole situation with her and the girls, after that, you know what I'm saying, we were just cooling. She would go places with me. I would take her places sometimes. I didn't take her places all the time, but she would go places with me sometimes because truth be told, sometimes all she did was just sit in the room. Like, she wouldn't go nowhere. Like me, I can't sit in no one place all day. I gotta go somewhere. And sometimes she would just sit in the room. She wouldn't go nowhere. So sometimes if I would go places, I'd be like, do you need something, or do you want something, or do you want to come with me, like, type stuff. Because, you know what I'm saying, she's not from here, and like, I know she's not from here, and like, I want to introduce her to people, so I want to get her out or whatever. We're just gonna fast forward to October. So September come around, and I meet this new friend or whatever. And with this new friend, this girl know everybody on campus. Like, y'all, I wish I was making this up. So when I got to know her and start being friends with her, then other people start coming. So in September, close to the end of September, I had got my wisdom teeth out. So I was at home for like a few days. So the new friend I met, like, I was talking to her, texting her and all that, right? So I wasn't here in the dorm. So when I got back, that's when this new friend started coming around. And like, I was in my recovery process when I came back to the dorm. This new friend started coming around more. Need to remind y'all, anytime somebody came in this room that's majority of the time, anybody that did not live in this room, that came in this room, I brought them in this room. Because I know these people. Like, I just wouldn't let anybody come up in here. I would bring them in the room. So anytime I brought somebody in the room, I would ask her first, like, are you cool with this person coming up here? Because, like, you know, you live here too. We have all of our personal stuff in here. You can't just be letting everybody in your area where you got important stuff. So I was like, do you mind if, like, you know, so-and-so come up here? And she'd be like, yeah. But at least the last time I think or remember check. I don't know. So there was one evening, I just sat in the dorm all day. After I got out of my class, I ain't go nowhere. I ain't have to work. I didn't do nothing. I just sat in my dorm all day, and I was watching Netflix. And the new friend I had made, she had came up here, and she had brought me food because I was still recovering. I was hungry or whatever. And so I was just sitting here. I'm like, if you gonna watch on my blog with me, we can just watch it. Like, I ain't going nowhere the rest of the day. So me and her, we were just watching whatever. And the roommate that I had, she had went to go get food with this one dude. So she had went to go get food with the dude, and the friend I had made, we was just sitting here. Y'all, I'm just gonna call her friend. We're just gonna call her friend. So me and friend was just sitting here. We was watching Netflix. We was just watching, and we was just sitting here talking. So she had went to go get food with this dude, and she came back, and we was all just in here chilling, talking it up. You know what I'm saying? We was watching On My Block, and then after that, Squid Game had came out. So I was like, y'all trying to watch Squid Game? Because, like, I'm trying to see what all the hype is about this Squid Game. Highly recommend it. It's actually pretty good. So we dang near watch it the whole night. She eventually told the dude to leave. Like, I want to say it's like 12 o'clock maybe. But me and friend was still watching Squid Game. So we watched it all the way up until dang near the last episode. Then we saved that episode for the next day. Then next day, friend came back. She let friend in the building. I didn't even know friend was up here. I just came in here and friend was here. I mean, I ain't had no problem because I was just shocked. I'm like, oh, she here. Like, we watching. Because I was threatening to watch the last Squid Game by myself. I'm like, if y'all ain't here, I'm going to go watch it myself. After that, friend was dang near here every day of the week. And she was letting friend in the building. So I'm just like, so after we was watching Netflix and all that, like, you know, everybody in here getting along. Literally the rest of that week, friend was here or whatever. And then we have fall break. Fall break was only 2 days, which is really stupid. I don't see why we should have fall break, but I'm not complaining because I enjoyed them little 2 free days. Me and the girl, we went to Nashville because I had been told her, like, I'm trying to get out of Clarksville. I've been here too long. I at least want to go to Nashville. So we went to Nashville. We left like mid-afternoon. Not mid-afternoon. We left like early afternoon. And we went to Nashville. We went to the mall. We got some stuff. We went shopping just a little bit. And then we came back. You know what I'm saying? We was having we had a nice little conversation and all going down there. So then we're just going to fast forward over the month. Friends started coming over all the time because friend was my friend. To put this on, just to let this be known, the roommate that I had, she started to, her attitude and stuff and her mood started to turn, and I could tell it. Like, she was one of them people, like, sometimes you can't say certain stuff to her, or it can be the slightest thing, but then it just be taken as a big deal, or taken as, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so friends start coming around more. I'm hanging with her more. She always here, stuff like that, right? Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I put this on my part. I should have asked. like, as a roommate, I should have been like, are you cool with her being here still? But in my head, I thought she was cool with her because she would let her in the building and stuff like that. And she was like, they be in here talking, they be in here hanging out. So in my head, it's like, you know, it didn't even think twice in my head to ask my roommate, like, are you cool with her being here all the time? Because she was being friendly with her. So I'm thinking like, oh, okay, everybody getting along. That obviously wasn't the case. I found that out in the end. And this was like, this is literally the progression over, like, this all happened with just within a month. Like, in the beginning of the month, everybody was cool with each other, and then I don't understand how at the end of the month, everybody was not cool with each other. And people be seeing red flags about people, but I be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. And that's the problem. You can't give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I only did that because I felt bad, because it's like, you really don't have friends. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm always bringing somebody up here that like I know that I'm cool with. And it's like, I want you to meet new people too, but your attitude parts you from being friends with people and keeping friends around. So friend was trying to tell me like she weird in a way, like that's weird, your mood change up. And she even told me like she be saying slick stuff under her breath, but I don't ever hear it because I don't be paying attention. As long as you ain't talking to me like that, I don't really care how you talk to nobody else. But no, you ain't finna talk to my friends crazy though. So friends started bringing it to my attention, and then other people that would come around started bringing it to my attention that like don't nobody want to be around her because of her attitude and how her mood just changes and stuff like that. And I started to see it after a while. I would be able to just walk into this dorm sometimes, sit down, do whatever I'm doing, be in here for 30 minutes, and then I can get up and leave without a word being said to me while being in this room. And I always thought that was weird. Like, I used to tell my mom, like, is that not weird? Like, I can come in this dorm and you just not saying nothing to me, and I could just leave and like still nothing being said to me. Like, you would think you'd be like, hey, how you doing? How's your day? Like, you don't even gotta talk to me long. Just make some conversation or whatever, right? So I started going to friends' dorm more than my own dorm. Y'all, I got to a point I was just in and out in this dorm. And another reason why I would not stay in this dorm during the day, because there was one point where I had a whole bunch of homework, and being in this dorm trying to do my homework was nearly impossible. Because like, she was a loud person, and anybody can testify to that. She just talked loud. But like, she will also be doing stuff, and like when I do my work, I need peace and quiet. Like, I can't even hear the air blowing. I get distracted. Like, I need peace and quiet. And that was the main reason why I stopped doing my work in here and started going to the library, because it was more quiet in there. I don't know, it just got to a point where like her mood started changing, and I felt like she was just being snappy all the time, or she always had an attitude, or she was always getting smart. So there was this one particular night we went to a friend's house. That night I was making a shirt, and I had told her and friend, I was like, when I get back, I'm gonna take a shower and we finna go to this person's house. Like, we should have already been over there, but I was over here doing what I had to do. So she was like, earlier that day, I had told her, I'm gonna get you out the dorm room, we finna go to so and so house. And she was like, okay. She like, can you take me to Sonic? And I was like, yeah, I ain't had no problem. So that night she was like, can you take me to Sonic? And I'm just like, I'll take you. Then she said she left her wallet, and I was not finna turn around, because you knew we was leaving. How you forget your wallet, bro? Like, come on now, y'all been sitting up here all day. So we went to Sonic or whatever. Why did she have to stick her head out the window to order? I have no idea, but she did it. So I was just sitting there, I'm just like, I'm just trying to go to so and so house. And so she stuck her head, she was just ordering her food, and then she was just being so extra about it. And I was already on the tip of the iceberg, because I'm like, we need to be at her house so we don't be over here too late, and you just taking your time. Like, come on, bro. So next thing you know, after she done ordering, I waited a few seconds before I rolled the window up. I promise y'all I did. It should not take you that long to stick your head back in the car after you order, especially if I didn't took off from the speaker. Like, order your food, stick your head back in the car, and I'm gonna roll the window up. I wasn't looking, y'all. I should have looked, but I didn't look. And I didn't roll her head up in the window. Alright, y'all, so this is what happened. I guess when I pulled off from the speaker, I waited for her to roll the window up, but she obviously didn't do it fast enough for me. So I started rolling it up, and her head was still in the window. I did not do this on purpose. I promise I didn't do it on purpose. And so I had started rolling the window up, and I guess her head was still in it. And me and friend was in the car, so we started laughing. And then I was like, oh, my bad. And then after that, y'all, she just started screaming at me. And like, not raising her voice, she started screaming at me. Y'all, we like 18, 19 years old. Why are you screaming? Like, what is the purpose of screaming? Like a full-on like horror scream. Like, we in the car. Why are you screaming, bruh? So I just looked at friend, and that right there just made me mad. That instantly made me want to be like, bro, I'm finna take you back to campus, because why are you doing all that? It was literally an accident. Like, I did not do it on purpose. Like, why is your head still out this window after I didn't pull it off from the speaker? Like, that don't make sense to me. I ain't have time for all that. So we ended up going to so-and-so's house or whatever. We had a nice night. We came back here the next day. Blah, blah, blah. So after the night, and as the weeks went on, I guess she started having a problem with us, but y'all, like I said, she never expressed anything. Like, she never expressed how she felt. She claimed to other people she expressed how she felt, but she didn't. Not to my knowledge. Because first of all, I know she never said anything, because first of all, I'll be in and out of this room all day. But that's what cell phones are for. Either tell it to my face or text it to me. Because if you didn't like friend being up here, then you should have just let somebody know that. And the girl wouldn't have came back. Simple. Like, she wouldn't have came back over here. I just would have went to her. Problem solved. She made us seem like we was the problem. In all reality, I never had a problem with her, but I never had a problem with her till after she moved out of here. So, first of all, she tried to be slick. Like, girl, I knew you was moving out. Because first of all, what is crazy to me is she was telling our friends, like the people that we introduced to her, she was telling them stuff about us. And I just thought that was like crazy in a sense, because it's like you don't really know them like that. Like some people you don't have to know long to hold their loyalty, but there's just some people like you don't know like that. So how are you telling them stuff about their friends? Like, how are you? She even told the RA on me. She told the RA that I was having a whole bunch of people in here and that it was like throwing her off or whatever. But like I said, y'all, like, a lot of stuff that happened blindsided me, because it's like, first of all, I ignored all the red flags that everybody told me about, including Jaden. And when Jaden told me that there's like a problem with somebody, or there's going to be a problem with somebody, 9 times out of 10, Jaden is right. And y'all, she talked about people, like tell you about people, but then she was still gonna hang out with them. And I'm just like, that's weird. Like, I thought she didn't like this person. Like, you talking all this stuff about them, but you still going with them and stuff. I'm talking about like mad stuff. And so when she was moving out, she was telling everybody else that she was moving out but me. And in my head, I'm just like, but you never came to me and never said that you had a problem. I'm like the most approachable person ever. If you have a problem, you can literally just come to me and be like, you know, I don't like that you have all these people in the room. I simply would have just never brought those people back. Or I wouldn't have never, I'm not saying I would have never came back, but like, I just won't be in here all the time. You really gonna be in here by yourself, because all she did was just stay in the room all day. And that's not my personality. And the new people that I have met, like, we be getting out, we be doing stuff. So you staying here, me being, that don't mix. So, and then I could tell like she just stopped like talking to me more and stuff like that. So then the day like she had started moving, nobody told me she was moving. I had like looked and I seen like her stuff was like in like the like Tupperwares and stuff that she had brought it in. And in my head I'm just like, is she moving out, or is she just moving stuff around, or is she going home? I didn't know, because she never told me anything. And the craziest part is like her telling on me to the RA, and then her moving out. But you watch me come in and out this dorm all day, every day, and you just thought never just say anything to me like, oh, this isn't working out, I don't think I can't be a roommate. Nope, none of that. She was just like trying to be sneaky in a way, but I knew, because everybody was telling me, because the people that she was telling, them is not your real friends. And not on top of that, she was telling them some fake stuff. She was talking about me to them. She was telling me that I was fake, and that I was following behind friend, that I was like changing and stuff like that. Like, she was just saying a whole bunch of stuff. And that's one thing I do not like, is a fake person. I don't like somebody that talk about you behind your back to other people and then be in your face like it's all good. Don't like those type of people. And that's the type of person that she was. When I came back to that dorm Monday night, all her stuff was gone. And in a sense, I felt bad because it's like, dang, I'm about to be in this dorm by myself. I'm used to somebody being here. But then when I found out what I found out, I was thankful that she was gone. And I'm gonna let y'all know what I found out. So the 2 girls that she ended up falling out with, I never asked no questions because it was never my business. But I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and ask, because I've had too many people come to me and tell me too much different stuff, and I just started putting pieces together. So I talked to them for a little minute, and I was like, can you tell me about so and so? And they was like, do you really want the truth? And I'm like, yeah. They was like, she used to talk about you. And I mean talk about me like when we first moved in together. Cause like she only kept a friendship for like about a month, and that was it after that. And I never really knew why. So I talked to them. They was like, yeah, she would talk about you all the time. They be like, yeah. They was like, she called you dirty. They was like, she said because you was the only child. So yeah, they was like, yeah, she was talking about you. They was like, she said because you the only child, like you don't take the garbage out, you don't sweep the floor. First of all, you ain't never seen me sweep this floor, because when you wasn't in this dorm, I was in this dorm sweeping the floor, because she had a sew-in weave, and she would do her hair in the morning, and there would be weave all over the floor. And I did not want to track that. That's why I wear shoes around here and still do. I did not want to track that on the floor. So what did I do? I swept it up. Instead of her sweeping up her own hair that she left on the floor, I swept it up. Because nobody wants to have hair all over the place. Me getting in the bed with hair like all over my feet, me tracking it everywhere. Like, no. So I swept it up. She never was here to physically see me do it. And I'm not gonna lie, I never seen her really clean this dorm either. But I'm not gonna say she didn't clean, because I've never seen it with my own visible 2 eyes, because I don't be in here all the time. So I don't know what you be doing. I mean, she has cleaned the shower and stuff like that. So she was like, yeah, I didn't take the trash out. Sometimes I would have to play trash roulette with her just to get the trash out. And if you don't know what that is, that's basically letting the trash stack up until somebody take it out. And sometimes I would even take the trash out. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, sometimes when I just be on a mission, I just don't be paying attention to stuff. I'll take the trash out, switch the trash out, and leave it behind the door. Like, we was never on a system of cleaning. Like, we never discussed when. It was just like, if you did it, you did. If you don't, you don't. It got to a point where I was the one taking the trash out. And sometimes we'll have like 2-3 bags of trash, because one would just sit there behind the door and then put a new bag in, then that bag fill up, and then we just put the second one behind the door, and it just sat there. So, and there's been a few occasions she's taken the trash out, but vast majority of the time, and I have witnesses, I've taken the trash out. Even if it was like a box of hers from Walmart, I would take the trash out. It wasn't, I can't remember if we agreed if I would take the trash out. I just knew one time she just told me, like, I don't do trash. Yeah, she told them that I was dirty and all that. And then she told them that I didn't talk and that I just sat here and just stared. So when they had came down here that first night that they met me, they was like, they thought it was weird that I was talking to them, because she had said that I didn't talk. And y'all, after I found all that out, and then I told them what she said about them too. Because I'm like, that's crazy. And she plays victim. That's the crazy part. Like, after all that stuff went down between them, I was really thinking, like, I thought they was weird, because she used to tell me stuff about them, and I thought they was weird. But then when I would talk to them, and then I started seeing her for who she really was, I'm like, so you basically was making stuff up and making stuff seem weird. Like, a situation happened, and she was trying to make it seem like she was like the better person out of the situation, that she was checking on this girl more, when all reality, she was annoying this girl. So when they told me all that stuff, I'm just like, bro, that's crazy. So you was talking about me when we first moved in. I'm bringing you around people I know. I'm taking you to people's houses. I'm driving you around. Like, y'all, I don't never throw in nobody's face how much I do for them. But don't sit here and try to make me seem like a bad person, like I ain't never did nothing to you or whatever. Like, y'all, I'm taking her to people's houses. I took her to Nashville, all the way to Nashville with me to the mall, just to find out. And it made me feel uneasy after that. Like, you've been staying with me for months, and you've been talking to me, and you've been in my face like it's all good. That's why I'm saying, at this point, y'all, whatever she gets, she deserved. And I see why. And she used to complain about not having no friends. I see why you do not have friends. Because you can't sit here and talk about people and be fake to their face. You can't be fake, talk about people, and then be in their face. Like, how do you even have the ability to do that? And I honestly think she did that because I think she used to be able to convince herself that she was never in the wrong. I'm very convinced of that. And like I said, bro, I felt bad, and I honestly felt sad that I ain't had no roommate no more. But then when I found out that the girl was talking about me, all that did was just make me mad. In all reality, I had more of a reason to move out than you did. And it made me feel easy that I was staying up in here with a fake person. By all means. So, to be honest with y'all, anything that ever come her way, and if she don't have no friends, I don't feel bad for her. And I see why she don't have friends. I know the reason why she don't have them. And she brought that on herself. And for it to end like this, and to know that she's like the fake person that she is, I just think that's super crazy. And there's a lot of people that can testify to all this, because everybody that done been around her has a problem with her. The girls that she fell out with, I'm cool with them. I've always been cool with them. Even when she fell out with them, I try to respect her and they falling out by not like really messing with them. But like if I see them, I will wave at them and stuff and be like, what's up? But I try to do that out of respect for her, because I had to live with her at the end of the day, and I ain't want no beef between us, because I'm still cool with the people that you're not cool with no more. But after finding out like the stuff that she would do and talk about folks, like till this day, and it's almost been a week, like y'all, I was so mad. Like everybody seen me at like my maddest point, and it took a lot for me to get mad. But knowing that you was being fake and talking about me, and I was doing all this stuff for you, like I said, I don't throw nobody what I do for nobody in their face. But it's the fact that you was doing it, it just set something off for me. Like that's crazy. And to be quite frank with y'all, this has been the best week of my life. I done got me some good sleep. And I'm talking about that sleep where you go to sleep and you sleep hard and you wake up rested. I can switch the temperature to whatever I want. I cleaned up my dorm, and that's another thing. Her side of the dorm had, like, y'all, I'm not saying like you can't, decorate your dorm, but my side always been plain. But I always keep my side straight. Like sometimes my side look a little messy, but then when I see it like that, I'll clean it up. I'll rearrange my shoes under my bed. I will pull my like the little like carpet, like the little rug that I got, I'll pull that up. I'll sweep under my desk. Y'all, I clean my side. I don't clean her side. I have never ever in my life seen her pull up her rug, sweep under it, or sweep around her bed or anything. She has so much stuff. Like I would rearrange my shoes, clean under my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I would have dishes sitting out, because y'all, to be honest with you, when I was at home, I never washed dishes. But I had to change that when I got here. So yeah, my dishes would be out, but that's on my side. But like her side just had like a lot of stuff, and I never seen her clean her side. I always clean my side, rearranged it, stuff like that. May not have always made my bed up, but I would make it up sometimes. Like I made my side look presentable, especially when somebody was coming up here. Even the two girls was like, yeah, your side was always neat and her side wasn't. Like you have clothes and you have food and stuff over there. Like that's crazy. But you was talking about me and how I'm dirty. That's what I'm saying. You can't always take people's word for what they say. She moved out and I swept her side of the room. She had trash. Like she didn't have a lot of trash over there, but like she had like crumbs and stuff on the floor. Like bruh, like when you left, bruh, you could at least sweep the floor. Like you could at least left a better impression. But she was trying to hurry up and move up out of here before I came back. And it's like, girl, if I knew what I knew before you moved out, I would have helped you move out gladly. It feels good coming back to a quiet dorm where I can change the temperature to whatever I want. I can make as much noise as I want, because I would get up in the morning. She was a very light sleeper, and I would get up, and y'all, when I try not to make a lot of noise, I end up making a lot of noise. So sometimes I would get up, start getting ready. If I'm making too much noise, like she would literally raise up out of her sleep, stare at me for a minute, and then go right back to sleep. So yeah, and I can have whoever I want up here. It's been a good week since she moved out, so she did me a favor, really. I'm the one. She ended up moving in with somebody else, which don't bother me at all, because I'm chilling. I'm in here by myself. I got my stuff stretched out. I got my stuff like moved around the dorm. If I could put the beds together, I honestly would. Yeah, I've been cleaning. I've been rearranging stuff. I went and bought me some stuff, and that's why I've come to the conclusion of this video with this. Because of her moving out, like when we was texting before we moved in school year, she was like, do you want me to bring the refrigerator and the microwave? or like, do you want to have separate ones? Or I'm like, yeah, you can bring yours and we can share yours. But then somebody that I used to play basketball with, her mom had a refrigerator and a microwave, and she had been trying to give it to me for months, and my mom ended up going to get it. So I ended up bringing it to the dorm. So when she got here, when she texted me, she was like, I thought we was gonna have the same. She like, I thought we was gonna share like a refrigerator and a microwave. I'm like, nah, my mom ended up getting it. She like, oh, okay. I thought that was weird too. And another thing is, like, the two people I would hang out with like a lot. One time we was out eating and she texted me and she was like, when you and your, and she's like, I'm finna take a nap, so let me know when you and your crew coming back. I felt disrespected because she didn't even have to say all that. A lot of the stuff that she owned, it really ain't bothered me when she took it, like the broom, Swiffer, the Swiffer jet, the coat rack, the soap. She didn't really have a lot in here that I couldn't just go get myself easily without spending a lot of money. So I'm gonna just end this video with this. See the red flags in people. Like, see the red flags, whether it's you see it yourself or other people tell you about these red flags. Always have your own stuff when you move in with anybody, because they can just up and leave when they feel like it and just take it all. And give everybody a fair chance, but when folks start crossing the line and stuff like that, you cut that off. Simple. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you stick around for the ending of it. I know I said a lot, but if you like this video, make sure that you hit that like button, and if that you're not subscribed to my channel, that you subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with more videos.